It's no secret that metaverses are the future of VR, blockchain, and gaming. But today we're going to be talking about a project that merges all three of those things, and they're doing it fantastically. Today we're going to be talking about Fourth Star. Now, this is a metaverse project that allows you to have your own living space, you can game with your friends, and they are boasting the first AI VR celebrity that will be equipped with their own socials and their own dynamics that you can interact with in VR. None of this is financial advice, but without further ado, let's dive in to the world of Fourth Star. So this is the Fourth Star landing page, and as we can see here, these guys are aiming big. These guys are basically taking VR and doing what Axie Infinity did to GameFi. And what do I mean by that? I mean, well, before GameFi became a real big thing, people were just attaching tokens to Pac-Man and Mario type games. What Axie Infinity did is they actually made a game that people would want to play with good progression and just a fun environment to play in. And that's what I think Fourth Star are doing with VR, blockchain, and gaming as a whole. So first, they're going to have this VR metaverse, and this is going to be comprised not of big landscapes or anything like this. It's actually going to be more of a home environment in which you can then port into games. Now, this reminds me very much of Ready Player One. If we actually go into the marketplace right here, we can see kind of what they're picturing and what they want to do. They're actually going to sell these virtual apartments. You could then invite your friends over in VR, obviously show off and get a bit of clout for your apartment, but you can also watch TV with them, play games with them, and really just do whatever you want inside this virtual space. So let's just see what one of these apartments might look like. So we can see here, we have the theme selected there. We can actually have a classic theme, and then they're going to introduce more themes after that. So you can see this one is $300, but they're incentivizing you to buy with their token, the FSTR token, and actually get a discount of 88%. So instead of paying $300, you're actually going to pay a lot less here. And this isn't just limited to apartments. They do also have spaceships, as you can see here. They've also got entertainment, so you could get your own video spaces, stuff like this 3D VR Japan. You've got a VR Rocky Island, and you could basically just have fun with your friends in these spaces. And as well as that, at the top here, we can see avatars, clothing, companions, and a gaming section as well. So these guys really embodying that Ready Player One innovation that is needed in our society right now. Because more and more people are going to these virtual spaces. I mean, we've seen VR chat get massive popularity in recent years, and this is the next level of that. Full-on economies backed by a virtual currency, and these guys are basically fleshing everything out so that the Fourth Star coin is actually going to be the backbone of that economy. Now, in terms of content, they do have a creator portal, and it's basically saying, calling the next generation of immersive content creators to join the community and unleash your creativity. You can stream and monetize your content, whether it's short form or long form, in 180 or 360. If you don't know what 180 or 360 is, guys, in VR, you can basically have a 180-degree angle where you're basically against a wall and you can see an environment, or you've got 360 where you can see the entire way around and you can turn around and see the entire room, right? So that's basically what that means. But in short, they're actually saying that, hey, content will eventually be like this. Instead of the single kind of phone screen video, it will actually be more experience-based. And these guys are actually leaning into that massively. And honestly, guys, I do agree with them. I do think the next stage for humanity in technology, entertainment, media, economies online, I do think it will be in VR or AR. So these guys are definitely on the right track, really just getting ahead of the rest of the industry and saying, hey, we're building this now for the future. Now, right now, they're actually live. So they're live on SideQuest, which is a browser-based website that basically you download VR apps from. Massively successful website, I will say. But soon they are aiming to get on the MetaQuest store. When this happens, the exposure this project and this coin will get will be ridiculous. And this is where I see the coin absolutely blowing up to the point where we could see a 10x, even 100x from the point we're at right now. Now, this is where we should talk about the world's first AI actress. So yes, they are going to be making money from the economy, of course, but these guys have actually made their own VR model that will be 3D and it will be on social media as well. So we know how big these Instagram models can get. We know how this content or this type of content can really go viral. So the fact that these guys are branching into this and saying, hey, we're going to make the first AI VR movie star, I mean, this is going to be something that could be huge, and it could be something that brings a lot of attention, more importantly, to Fourth Star and the coin. So yes, I think this is a massive move and a massive criteria tick box for this token and for this project. So right now, these guys are actually listed on a centralized exchange already. That exchange is Probit, so you can go over there and buy the coin if you wish. But I will say, if we are just looking at this, that yes, I imagine more exchanges will list these guys in the future, but the fact that they've already got one here this early into their life cycle, I do think it's a great sign for the token. As well as that, they are on CoinMarketCap. You can see currently 12 cents here for the token, and it is something that I think has a lot of potential. So let's talk a little bit more about the token. So obviously this token will get a lot of attention and investors from what these guys are doing. Again, they are innovating the VR, blockchain, and gaming space, and they've got the first AI VR influencer. So all of that combined will bring a lot of attention to the token. But the token itself needs to have a utility, and that utility is to basically be the token at the heart of all transactions inside their ecosystem. So if these guys do get on the Meta store, which they are aiming to do, and there are rumors that they are going to be approved very soon, I would say that yes, it is something that this coin could be used inside VR in the mainstream, where there are millions of people playing. And if there are millions of people hanging out with this high fidelity project in this environment, I mean, this coin has the potential to get ridiculous volume. And I do think the fact that they're basically giving huge discounts on anything that's bought via microtransactions, if they buy with the coin, they get massive discounts like 50%, 80%, depending on the item. I think something like that is going to massively increase the price of the coin. And eventually you will see that actually get close to the dollar value just based on supply and demand. So overall, the Fourth Star token and project is a massive, immersive, high-fidelity VR gaming and blockchain project that is powered by the FSTR token. Now, this is a token that I think, as this project grows and scales inside the VR economy, I think this token could be the backbone for future transactions in VR. Obviously, it depends how big this project gets, but in terms of their design work, in terms of the stuff they've already made, and the fact that they're already listed on an exchange, I do think there is a lot of potential for this project. That's going to be it for this video. Check these guys out in the description, and I will see you in the next one.